coming in saying that it is a constitutional demand. What do you think?
Wasbir, please understand. 70 years we have suffered. I'm not asking for something which is extraordinary.
If you want to be a ruling party or a part of the ruling combine, whatever we call it in Tripura, you have to align with somebody. Do you see the Tripura Moha in the role of a kingmaker this time in 2020?
See, I don't know about kingmakers. I know a bit about kings.
You
But
want to be the king?
no, we want to be the people who did not compromise on what and why we were voted for.
News at 5, in association with Accoland Amusement Park, Annapurna Foods, Junior Holics, and Biz Farm Biscuits.
Dead, over 50 still missing as devastating landslide hits territorial army camp in Manipur's None district. Massive rescue and search operations underway. Landslide blocks Ajay River, creating dam-like situation upstream. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh rushes to None after tragedy. Union Home Minister Amit Shah in constant touch with Chief Minister N. Biren Singh after landslide tragedy, assures all possible help from centre. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma reviews flood situation, holds meeting with all deputy commissioners, sends out strong warning against corruption and delay in flood relief operations. Nagahoho urges Government of India and NSC and IM to resume talks for resolving Naga issue. APEX body urges JDU delegations to raise issue in Parliament. Dramatic turn of events in Maharashtra politics. BJP endorses rebel Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde as next chief minister. Shinde to take oath this evening. Devendra Fadnavis makes it official. And train services in Assam's landslide hit Dima Hasao district resumes after more than a month. Commuters heave sigh of relief. Hello and welcome to News at 5. I'm Priyadarshini Medhi and we start the bulletin with a big story we have been tracking all morning. Well, in one of the biggest strategies to have ever hit the state of Manipur, at least 14 people have died so far in a massive landslide at None, even as over 40 people are still feared trapped under the debris. Well, the incident took place at the Tupul Yard Railway Construction Camp in Manipur's None district, where the personnel of the 107 Territorial Army were camping for protection of the under-construction railway line from Jiribam to Imphal. Majority of those deceased are personnel of the Territorial Army. Manipur DGP P. Dongal, who inspected the site of the incident earlier in the afternoon, informed that 14 bodies had been recovered so far, while well over 24 people were still missing. The landslide took place around midnight at the company location of the 107 Territorial Army deployed near Tupul railway station for protection of the under-construction railway line from Jiribam to Imphal. The entire camp was buried under the debris. Meanwhile, BJP Dongal also informed that the NDRF, SDRF and police teams are at the site carrying out the rescue operations.
It is a very unfortunate thing that has happened here today. We have been working very hard to bring the railway into Manipur, but however, because of the rains and so many other factors, this thing has happened. the area which it happened from where I just came. It is the main Tupul station where the train was supposed to stop, and maybe because of the heavy work that has been going on, maybe some seismic disturbance may have taken place because there are trees growing all over, and it is quite a wooded jungle. But of course, most of the trees don't seem to be very old. But still, it is not a place where there is no trees. There are no trees at all. And of course, you would have seen the whole valley has been blocked. The flow of the stream has been blocked. That heavy was the debris that came down. Uh, However, the local villagers as well as the government forces have reached very fast, especially the medical team. We have seen a lot of ambulances which are taking the bodies. Already, we are told we have that 14 bodies have been taken out. We are also liaising not only here but even with the RIMS medical staff as well as our SP in Imphal West, so that the postmortem is conducted smoothly. Because of this unfortunate incident, more bodies are also expected. It is not exactly known how many people are buried, but as of now, we are told that there are still 60 people, including the villagers as well as the army people and the railway people, laborers and all. We have brought out 23 people from the debris. Out of this, 14 people are dead and more are being searched for as of now. And because it has not rained since morning, the heavy machinery has arrived and work has also started. The SDRF and the police team, as well as other departments, are also there. Even the Honorable Chief Minister had come and surveyed the place from the National Highway, which has been a source of great encouragement for every one of us. We are all together. It is not only the tragedy of this place, it is a tragedy for the whole state of Manipur. And we all, like you all have come, we are also here. I can see the biker t-shirt also. And we are all doing our best to rescue and bring everything, clear up everything as fast as possible, and also help all the needy. A lot of food as well as water and other things have also started to arrive. We are thankful for the people who are extending their hands in this regard, and we are also thankful that the press is here to cover whatever has been going on.
Meanwhile, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh rushed to None earlier in the day to take stock of the rescue operations firsthand. Speaking exclusively to our editor-in-chief Wasbir Hussain, Chief Minister Biren Singh informed that he is in touch with Union Home Minister and has briefed the latter on the incident. Besides, the Chief Minister also informed that a sum of rupees 5 lakh will be given as ex gratia to the kin of those who lost their lives in the tragedy.
I am now joined by the Chief Minister of Manipur, Mr. N. Biren Singh. Mr. N. Biren Singh, massive tragedy in Manipur following the landslide in the None area. What are the details you are getting so far?
Vasirji, it is very, very unfortunate incident. Right now, I am on the spot, and till now, just we have rescued 18 people, and 6 dead bodies, and around 40 people missing. So, rescue operation is going on along with the army personnel, is that NDRF, SDRF, and all the we're coordinating all the available forces and trying to rescue the buried peoples.
Right.
So it is very, very sad, very, very sad. Very sad.
Right. Now, who were these people? Can you give some details? Who were these people? They were local villagers working in the railway project, or who are these people?
Maximum number is the territorial army personnel who are guarding the railway site. Territorial army personnel, maximum numbers, and five, six people from the railway ministry, railway department, ministry, and two, three people from the villages also have been buried under the mud. So maximum number is our territorial army.
So,
State
so,
government,
so, Mr. Chief Minister, you are saying that most of the 40 people who are missing, majority could be maybe from the territorial army, is it?
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. So it is very one of the biggest unfortunate tragedy in the state of Manipur, and the state government has announced rupees 5 lakhs for each uh, victims who got casualties, and 50,000 for those who injured, and all the expenditures for rescuing and medicals. And we also already stationed 15, 16 medical teams with ambulance, etc. And we are doing with our best level. And the Honorable Union Home Minister Amit Shah, he also rang me up and he were inquiry about the incident. He also very straight, and I assured him all the possible rescue operation is on. He also instructed to go to join with the NDRF teams to join the rescue teams, and shortly NDRF teams also reaching now.
Right, and this you are saying that 6 to 7 dead bodies which have been recovered. Do you think all are territorial army personnel, or there are local civilians also?
Right now, the recovery is the territorial army peoples.
All the bodies are from territorial army,
Yes, yes, yes.
and there are railway officers also who are missing, right?
Yeah, 5, 6 railway officials also they are in the camp, which buried under the mud, and just we're trying to find at the best level.
Right. Mr. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, thank you so much at this critical moment for speaking to me on Northeast Live. And I wish that all the people are recovered safe.
Thank you, Wazir. I also convey my deepest condolence to the whole families of the victims and sharing their sorrow.
Absolutely. And condolences to you also on behalf of the team Northeast Live.
Thank you, Wazir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it may be mentioned here that teams of the NDRF and SDRF, the Territorial Army team, along with district administration, are taking part in the rescue operations. Inclement weather and fresh landslides are causing obstruction to the rescue operations, which are being carried out by the Territorial Army and the district administration. The landslide took place around midnight at the company location of 107 Territorial Army deployed near the Tupul railway station for protection of the under construction railway line from Jiribam to Imphal. The entire camp was buried under the debris. Meanwhile, as per the latest inputs that we're getting in at this point in time, apart from Territorial Army personnel, 3 construction company officials, 3 railway officials, few civilians, and 12 more construction workers are missing. Meanwhile, following the massive landslide, the AJ River flowing through None town has been completely obstructed, causing a dam-like situation upstream. In the wake of the situation, the Deputy Commissioner None has urged the general public to take all precautions not to venture near the river area. Meanwhile, the village secretary of the Markwam village has blamed the railway authorities for the disaster.
अभी ये रेलवे लाइन कटिंग हो गया, उसी से तो ये तो पूरा नेशनल कैलामिटी नहीं है, ये तो मैन मेड कैलामिटी है। रेलवे का कटिंग वजह से ही गिरा है। ये पूरा ऊंचाई 6 मीटर का ऊपर कटिंग किया है, लेकिन नीचे में वाल प्रोटेक्शन वाल इतना नहीं दिया, बिल्कुल नहीं दिया, इसलिए तो ये गिरा है। इसमें गांव वाला पूरा 5 आदमी नीचे चला गया। रेलवे का और टीए सब मिला के 78 नीचे में चला गया। अभी कहाँ है क्या है सब मालूम नहीं।
Meanwhile, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh rushed to the tragedy site and took stock of the situation from ground zero.
अभी मैंने नाले से एक नाला आ रहा है, रेलवे का आगे एक टनल है जिससे कनेक्टिविटी उनकी पिछले लाइन बारिश के कारण बह गई थी। अभी मैंने नाले को पूरा उसका रुख बदला था, नाले का रुख बना के ये स्टेशन की तरफ आए थे ताकि यहाँ से पानी निकले।
लेकिन पॉसिबिलिटी हाई पॉसिबिलिटी, जो पानी रखे तो पानी तो घूमने से शुरू जाता है ना,
सीप करेगा
तो उसी वजह से स्लाइडिंग वगैरह मैक्सिमम जो ले रहे हैं वही तो उसको क्या करेंगे।
Meanwhile, rescue workers are working for miles to carry out the operations, and the search operations are being carried out by the villagers of Makwam and Marangching. It may be mentioned that the massive landslide at Tupul Yard railway construction camp in Manipur's None district has claimed the lives of at least 14 persons, while over 40 others are still missing. Meanwhile, as per the latest inputs, 3 construction company officials, 3 railway officials, 3 civilians, and 12 more construction workers are missing. Meanwhile, following the massive landslide, the AJ River flowing through None town has been completely obstructed, causing a dam-like situation upstream. In the wake of the situation, Deputy Commissioner None has urged the general public to take all precautions not to venture near the river area.
Okay. Untuk pamai dong sih, kai mi pang dah. Kai ni pamai dia. Kai tarne long ko, pon ho long thế. Sarin này tong, landslide chinh bột khát, pang kai na, kai pang bem ngam nào na, mà xây đập ban thái thế, băm thái mà mình phải na này thế.
All right, to know more on this, we are being joined over phone line with our correspondent from Imphal, Sharat Chandra. So, Sharat, indeed, a very tragic incident reported. Well, 14 people already died and over 50 still missing. Well, NDRF and SDRF, they are continuing with their rescue and search operations. So, give us more details, what the latest you have to share with our viewers, Sharat.
Yeah, well, you see, it's a very tragic incident. It's a very huge, massive landslide, I should say, and it happened in the evening night of 29 June and 30th June, and there is a region that damage and fatalities is very high at this time. And yes, so far, you see, according to the administration, district administration report, so far, dead bodies have been recovered, and then still 23 injured person also been rescued from the landslide site. And still the operation is on, NDRF team and SDRF team. Also, the army personnel are also have already reached the site and carrying out this rescue operation and search operation also. And at the same time, the police big team from this None police station also does at the site. So far, according to the latest report, the operation is on. Yes. Very relief news is the rain also stopped. Otherwise, it could have been hampered the rescue operation and search operation at present. Now rain is stopped, and also you see earlier all the debris all the massive debris deposited at the Izai River. The complete obstruction has been created and also created this. A dam-like situation, but this high of relief is the already rising level of the water bridge the debris, and now the river flow is again starting. There is again another cycle of relief. Otherwise, in case the complete obstruction continues, then the water level rising, and in case if all of a sudden this sudden breach is happened, then it can be again created to the low-lying areas of the None district headquarters. That is the region district administration has also been already given a advisory to the general public of the None to have a very utmost precaution and already alerted that nobody should be in and around the riverbank. So these are the now situation. Operation is on, and yes, due to this rain stop, the rescue operation is in full swing. And I think this rescue operation may take longer time because all the heavy machinery cannot be bring into the rescue site now. Rescuing is on manually by the NDRF and the SDRF, and also assisted by the army personnel and the police personnel.
Yes, Sharath. Well, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, he is himself taking stock of the situation, and not only this, he also assured that all possible help will be provided from the center. So what? Yes.
Yes, you see, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh and his team have already visited the site, having the stock of the situation. And earlier, the plan was to have an aerial view by using a chopper, but due to the wet condition, the Biren Singh traveled on surface and already back from the site also. And it is also learned that the Chief Minister very close intimation with the center, and center also given him all the assurance that all possibilities should be providing from the center side. So Chief Minister and Biren Singh at the same time he also appreciated those personnel engaging in the rescue and search operation at the site. At the same time, assured the villagers all possible help from the government side.
Sharath, among the 14 bodies recovered, how many were there army territorials there?
So far, you see, three have been confirmed. This include this out of sight dead body, which include other you see nearby visitors.
All right, viewers. So we have lost a connection with Sharath Chandra. I'm trying to connect to him once again to give all the latest on this. So big story at this point in time is that 14 people have already lost their lives and over 50 are still missing as devastating landslides hits territorial army camp in Manipur's None district. And also let me tell our viewers here that massive search and rescue operations are underway at this point in time by the NDRF and SDRF. And Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, he is taking stock of the situation. And not only this, Chief Minister N. Biren Singh, he also assured that all possible help will be given from the center. All right, we are trying to connect to Sharath Chandra once again to get more details on this. All right, I'm being joined once again with Sharath Chandra. So, Sharath, my question to you was like, how many territorial army were there among the 14 dead bodies?
You see, at this point in time, we have the information that the three territorial army body have been recovered from the site, and also two villagers from this landslide site. You see, the whole this Tupul railway construction camp. Inside this camp, you see, the territorial army is providing the security to the construction worker engaged at present. At the same time, you see, at this campsite, few of the villagers from the Makwam and the Marangsing village, they are running a very small type business at the campsite. So, in the landslide, some villagers, large number of this territorial army and the construction worker have been buried alive. So, this rescue operation is on. So far, dead body have been recovered as part of the district administration report. Otherwise, I think I should say this number may go up because these are the official and the official confirmation comes later. And as rescue operation is on, rescue and search operation is on, I think number may go up.
All right, Sharath Chandra, thank you so much for all those details. We'll come back to you in our later bulletins. And now it's time for a very short break. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
That BJP aside, the CPM and the Congress have at least come out in the open saying that your demand for a separate Tripura land
It's constitutional.
constitutional. Why is the BJP not forthcoming in saying that it is a constitutional demand? What do you think?
Vasbir, please understand one thing. 70 years we have suffered. I'm not asking for something which is extraordinary.
If you want to be a ruling party or a part of the ruling combine, whatever we call it in Tripura, you have to align with somebody. Do you see the Tripura Motha in the role of a kingmaker this time in 2020?
See, I don't know about kingmakers. I know a bit about kings.
So
But
you want to be the king?
no, we want to be the people who did not compromise on what and why we were voted for.
এইটো লওঁ নে এইটো 3rd জুলাইত মিছৰ চেল আছে নহয় তেন্তে এইটো আৰু এইটো লৈ ল
মিছৰ মহা ইণ্ডিয়ান সেভিং সেল 3rd জুলাই
মই ব্যৱহাৰ কৰো আটাইতকৈ সবল আৰু সতেজ সিমেন্ট সূৰ্যা সিমেন্ট অটুট ঘৰ অটুট অসম
Welcome back. You're watching Northeast Live, and now before moving on to some other news, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 14 dead, over 50 still missing as devastating landslide hits territorial army camp in Manipur's None district. Massive rescue and search operations underway. Landslide blocks Ajay River, creating dam-like situation upstream. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh rushes to None after tragedy. Union Home Minister Amit Shah in constant touch with Chief Minister N. Biren Singh after landslide tragedy, assures all possible help from centre. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma reviews flood situation, holds meeting with all deputy commissioners, sends out strong warning against corruption and delay in flood relief operations. Naga Hoho urges Government of India and NSC and IM to resume talks for resolving Naga issue. Apex body urges JDU delegations to raise issue in Parliament. Dramatic turn of events in Maharashtra politics. BJP endorses rebel Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde as next chief minister. Shinde to take oath this evening. Devendra Fadnavis makes it official. And train services in Assam's landslide hit Dima Hasao district resumes after more than a month. Commuters heave sigh of relief. And on to the top national focus now. Well, rebel Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde is all set to be the chief minister of Maharashtra. Shinde is most likely to be sworn in as Maharashtra chief minister today itself. Well, the swearing-in ceremony is reported to be held at 7:30 p.m. Shinde's session as chief minister was announced today at a joint press conference in Mumbai by Shinde and BJP leader Devendra Fadnavis. The announcement came in after both Shinde and Fadnavis met Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari and staked claim to form the government. Prior to that, Shinde had met Fadnavis at his residence to chalk out an alliance. However, noteworthy here is that Fadnavis has announced that he would be not part of the new Shiv Sena government under Shinde. Instead, BJP would be giving support to the Shiv Sena government under Shinde from outside. While addressing the press meet today, Fadnavis said that the Shiv Sena government under Uddhav Thackeray had lost its way from the ideals of Hindutva, and this was why a change of guard has taken place. Well, he said that the alliance between BJP and Shiv Sena is a natural one, and now it is back on track.
2.5 साल हमने एक सरकार देखी जिसमें न कोई तत्व थे, न कोई विचार था, न कोई गति थी, न कोई प्रगति थी। जो सरकार चालू इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के प्रोजेक्ट्स को बंद कर रही थी, जो सरकार लगातार भ्रष्टाचार के आरोपों से लिप्त थी, जिस सरकार के 2 मंत्री मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग में जेल में गए, दाऊद के साथ रिश्ते, इसका आरोप मंत्री पर लगा, बावजूद उसके जेल में जाने के बाद भी उनको मंत्रिमंडल से हटाया नहीं गया। तो एक प्रकार से पथभ्रष्ट ऐसी सरकार भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने, जिसको लगातार विरोध किया, ऐसी सरकार शिवसेना के माननीय उद्धव जी के नेतृत्व में कांग्रेस एनसीपी की सरकार चली। और इस सरकार के चलते शिवसेना के विधायकों में बड़ा रोष था। उनको लगता था वापस वोट मांगने जाना है, और आज तक जो बातें कही उसके विरोध में काम हो रहा है। जिनके खिलाफ जिंदगी भर लड़े, उनके साथ बैठे, वोट कैसे मांगेंगे? साथ ही में उनकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी में उनके खिलाफ जो हारा, उसको पैसा मिलता था, फंड्स मिलते थे, और ये सारी चीजों से एक बड़ा अंद्रेस था। और उसके चलते श्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी के नेतृत्व में शिवसेना के विधायकों ने एक ही मांग की कि कांग्रेस एनसीपी के साथ हम नहीं रह सकते और ये गठबंधन तोड़ा जाए। किंतु उनकी मांग मंजूर नहीं हुई। माननीय उद्धव जी ने हिंदुत्व छोड़ दिया, विचारों को छोड़ दिया, और अपने विधायकों से ज्यादा कांग्रेस और एनसीपी की बात दिल को लगाकर रखी और उन्हें ही महत्व दिया। इसके चलते इन विधायकों ने अपनी आवाज बुलंद की। मैं इसको बगावत नहीं कहूंगा, ये आवाज बुलंद की, और आवाज बुलंद करके इन विधायकों ने ये कहा कि आप बाहर निकलिए, नहीं तो हम इनके साथ नहीं रहेंगे। और ऐसे समय जब सरकार के पास बहुमत नहीं रहा और मुख्यमंत्री जी ने इस्तीफा दिया, तो हम ये लगातार पिछले 2.5 साल में कहते थे कि अंतर विरोध से भरी हुई सरकार है, ऐसी सरकारें चलती नहीं है, और ये सरकार जब गिरेगी तो एक अल्टरनेट गवर्नमेंट हम देंगे, हम महाराष्ट्र पर चुनाव नहीं ला देंगे। इसलिए एकनाथ शिंदे जी के साथ शिवसेना जो है, शिवसेना के नेता के रूप में आज उन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री पद के लिए अपना क्लेम माननीय राज्यपाल जी को दिया। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे गुट ने उनको पूरा समर्थन दिया। हमारे 106 और उसके साथ साथ उनके साथ और हमारे साथ जो इंडिपेंडेंट्स और छोटी पार्टियां हैं, इन सभी के समर्थन का पत्र आज हमने सौंपा है, और गवर्नर साहब ने श्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी को 7:30 बजे शपथ के लिए न्योता दिया है। आज केवल एक ही शपथ होगी श्री एकनाथ शिंदे जी की, और फिर हम लोग सारी कार्रवाई करके उसका एक्सपांशन करेंगे। एक्सपांशन के समय शिवसेना के जो विधायक उनके साथ है, कुछ इंडिपेंडेंट्स है, हमारे 106 विधायक हैं। इनमें से जो ज्येष्ठ वरिष्ठ लोग हैं, जो हमारी पार्टी तय करेगी या उनकी पार्टी तय करेगी, ऐसे लोगों को मौका दिया जाएगा और मंत्रिमंडल का एक्सपांशन किया जाएगा। मैं इस सरकार को पूरे तरीके से सहयोग करूंगा।
Well, it may be mentioned here that the Maharashtra BJP, which is the single largest party in the 288 member state assembly, has 106 MLAs. Now, Shinde will hold the chief minister post while being backed by 39 rebel Sena MLAs and other independent MLAs. The development comes in the wake of the high voltage political drama in Maharashtra that took a whole new turn after Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray resigned from his post last night. Thackeray opted to bow out in the face of a no trust vote in the assembly that he seemed certain to lose. Thackeray had earlier approached the Supreme Court to put a stay on the floor test order called by Governor Koshari, which was later declined by the apex court. However, Maharashtra Assembly Principal Secretary Rajendra Bhagwat informed that all state MLAs that as per the governor's orders, the special session had been called off after the resignation of Thackeray as chief minister. Meanwhile, let's listen into what Maharashtra Chief Minister designate Eknath Shinde said during the press meet. Listen in.
शिवसेना के 40 विधायक और इंडिपेंडेंट जो है ऐसे कुल मिलाकर 50 विधायक जो है वो आज हम लोग सब एक साथ हैं। हम लोगों ने हमारे शिवसेना प्रमुख बाला साहेब ठाकरे जी की हिंदुत्व की जो भूमिका है, उनके जो विचार है, हमारे धर्म में आनंद के साथ ने जो हमें सीख दी है, ये इसको आगे हम लोग बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमें कोई स्वार्थ नहीं है, हमें कुछ पद की लालसा नहीं। मैंने तो पहले ही जाहिर किया था, मैं ऐसा जो कर रहा हूँ ये मुझे किसी चीज की आवश्यकता भी नहीं है। लेकिन जब लोग अभी तक की कई घटनाएं आप लोगों ने देखी है कि अपोजिशन में से रूलिंग की तरफ लोग जाते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग रूलिंग में थे, रूलिंग पार्टी में थे, सत्ता पक्ष में थे। मैं भी नगर विकास मंत्री, मेरे साथ कई मंत्री और कई विधायक जो 50 की संख्या में है, ये सब 50 लोगों ने एक वैचारिक भूमिका लेकर इस राज्य के हित की बात, इस राज्य के विकास की बात और जो उनके चुनाव क्षेत्र में दिन प्रतिदिन जो समस्याएं खड़ी हो रही है, कल चुनाव में जीतने का जितना मुश्किल हो जाएगा, ये ध्यान में रखते हुए जो महाविकास आघाड़ी सरकार में जो अन्य पक्ष है, मैं किसी के ऊपर आज टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा, लेकिन अन्य पक्षों के माध्यम से उनके चुनाव क्षेत्र में जो कठिनाई पैदा हो रही है, उनको जो प्रॉब्लम खड़ी हो रहे और भविष्य में उनका जो मतदाता है, जिन्होंने उनको चुन के दिया है, उनके लिए वो कुछ कर नहीं पाए, तो चुनाव कैसे लड़े, उनको कैसे फेस करे, ऐसी दुविधा में वो सब पड़े थे। और उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि हम लोग ने बार बार कोशिश की कि इसमें करेक्शन हो जाए। जो हम लोग पहले अलायंस में चुनाव लड़े थे, शिवसेना और भारतीय जनता पार्टी, ये नेचुरल अलायंस है, तो नेचुरल अलायंस के खिलाफ होकर हम लोग ये महाविकास आघाड़ी में गए। अब कुछ करेक्शन हो जाए तो ठीक हो जाएगा और दोनों विचारधारा वाली पार्टी जो है इस राज्य में विकास करेगी। लेकिन हम लोगों ने कोशिश की, मैंने भी कोशिश की, लेकिन हमें सफलता नहीं मिली, दुर्भाग्य से। और इसलिए ये जो कदम उठाया है, ये किसी को मंत्री या किसी को, क्योंकि मंत्री हम लोग थे, किसी को कुछ पाने के लिए ऐसा नहीं हुआ। ये निर्णय जो हुआ एक आइडियोलॉजी की बात है, ये बाला साहब ठाकरे जी की हिंदुत्व की बात है और इस राज्य के विकास की बात है, जिसे हम एजेंडा ये आगे लेके जा रहे थे।
All right, moving on now. Well, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma today chaired another meeting with the state deputy commissioners to review the flood situation. The meeting, which was held through video conferencing, is the third such meeting to be chaired by Chief Minister Sharma in the wake of the devastating floods in Assam that have rendered scores of people homeless. During the meeting, Chief Minister Sharma ordered for a probe under the Additional Chief Secretary to look into the allegations of corruption in the flood relief work in Borpeta district. The Assam Chief Minister also pulled up the Borpeta DC and called upon him to identify the contractors associated with the relief work and have arrested them.
DC Borpeta লাইনত আহক ভুসাল আপুনি যেতিয়া আপোনালোকৰ টেন্ডাৰ হল টেন্ডাৰ হোৱাৰ টাইমত জিআৰৰ যিটো মানুহে ৰেট কোট কৰিলে চাউলৰ দাম তেলৰ দাম বজাৰৰ দামতকৈ কম কোট কৰিলে সো এই কথাটো লৈ পেলাই মই ঘুৰি আহি পেলাই মই বহুত চিন্তাত পৰিলো আৰে মানুহেটো বস্তু কন্ট্ৰাক্টৰেটো দাম কমত দিব নোৱাৰে কেনেকে কমত দিলে পিছত মই যেটো বুজিলো যে বৰপেটা জিলাত আগতে যেতিয়া বানপানী হয় মেইনলি বাঘবৰ জনিয়া ভিতৰুৱা অঞ্চলত বানপানী হয় গতিকে ৰিলিফ তাত দিব নালাগে এক বস্তা দিয়ক বাকি 7 বস্তাৰ বিল বনাও সো সেই কাৰণে মানুহ তেনেকৈ চলি আছিল এতিয়া যেতিয়া বানপানীটো বৰপেটা টাউনত আহিলে কথা কব পৰা মানুহৰ ঘৰত বানপানী হল মানুহে ৰিলিফ ডিমান্ড কৰিলে কন্ট্ৰাক্টৰ কেজনে লগে লগে সুইচ অফ কৰি দিলে so all these contractor has to be arrested now karon they have entered into this thing with a ulterior motive aru apuni etia moi yat additional chief secretary moi eta inquiry dim je age pise apunalukor dam marketot koi kom damote choli asil
Well, Chief Minister Sharma further said that the government would be giving rupees 3,800 to all families living in relief camps and also to those who are returning back to their homes. Here he said that the money would be transferred to the head of the affected family who holds an Aadhaar card.
All people, all the families who were in relief camps or who are in relief camps, they all are entitled for immediate grant of rupees 3,800. That is the beginning of the story. Aro yate irrespective of any assessment, anything, any family who are in the relief camp, they will get this assessment immediately.
Meanwhile, Chief Minister Sharma has directed all deputy commissioners to prepare a list of families whose houses have been damaged in the floods. He said that the list must be submitted by July 15 so that financial assistance can be handed out to the affected families by July 22nd.
Montri Dangoriao tat uposthit ase kalir para apunaluke house damageor assessment arambho korok. Severe buli kole ki bujai যে বহুতৰ ঘৰৰ তলটো পানী দি একদম দুৰ্বল কৰি দিছে ভাঙি যোৱা নাই কিন্তু কালি ভাঙি যাব বা ঘৰটো সিভিয়াৰলি ড্যামেজ হৈ গল ইয়াৰ কোনো স্কেল নাই ইন দা অ্যাসেসমেন্ট অফ ডেপুটি কমিশনাৰ যদি ঘৰটো সিভিয়াৰলি ড্যামেজ হয় উটি যোৱাখিনিটো উটি যোৱা যেনেকৈ এতিয়া ডিসি বজালি ক'ত গল ডিসি বজালি
আছো স্যার গুড মর্নিং স্যার
হা এতিয়া মই যত গৈছো তাত 26 জন মানুহৰ ঘৰ উটি গল that is one parameter second parameter to হল যে কাৰ ঘৰ severely damage হল so এই লিষ্টখন মোক 15 তাৰিখৰ ভিতৰত লাগিব so that এই লিষ্টখন লৈ আমাৰ প্ৰিন্সিপাল সেক্ৰেটাৰী সামাল আছে ৰঞ্জিত দা আছে আপোনালোকে দিয়া লিষ্টখন তেওঁলোকে স্যাম্পল 10-5টা ঘৰত ভিজিট কৰিব লাগিব আমি 15 জুলাই ভিতৰত আমি লিষ্ট বনাব লাগিব accordingly sanction apunaluke dibo it will be countersigned by the minister which we have assigned and the secretary which we have assigned they will verify for next 5 days 15 to 28 aru 20 tarikhe ami apunalukok sealing di dim aru apunaluke tate sanction koribo 21 ba 22 tarik through a ceremonial program apunaluke di dibo although it is not a happy occasion to do ceremony কিন্তু আমি ceremony to এই কাৰণে কৰিব খুজিছো যাতে undeserving মানুহে এই বস্তুটো লব নোখোজে it is not a happy ceremony যে গামুচা পিন্ধাব সমবেত সংগীত গাব হেতু নহয় simply people will assemble আমাৰ মন্ত্ৰী আৰু সেক্ৰেটাৰী যোন থাকিব তেওঁলোকৰ সন্মুখত DC will distribute it.
The Assam Chief Minister also announced that an ex gratia of 4 lakh would be given to the kin of those who have lost their lives in the floods.
Second phase to ahibo district task force or meeting hobo. Task force or meeting at line department bilake mur goru keta moril, sagoli keta moril, amar health department kobo je keijon manuhor hat bhangile, keijon manuhor bhori accident hol, ei gutei kotha khini. যিসকল ডিসিৰ মনত এটা প্ৰশ্ন আছে যে পোষ্টমৰ্টেম কৰা মানুহে পইচাটো পাবনে নাই এই মুহূৰ্তত টকাটো তেওঁলোকক কম্পেনসেট কৰাটো আমাৰ দায়িত্ব পাব নাপাব পিছত উইল টেক এ ডিসিশন গতিকে যিসকলৰ ডেথ হোৱাৰ পিছতো কম্পেনসেশন পোৱা নাই ইমিডিয়েটলি CM অফিসত আপোনালোকে নাম পঠাই দিয়ক, will immediately release 4 lakhs rupees either from CMDF or CMRF so that everybody is covered.
And shifting focus now. Well, the Naga Ho today said that talks between the Government of India and the NSCNIM must resume soon for bringing a solution to the Naga issue. Well, talking to Northeast Live, Naga Ho President H.K. Zimomi insisted that talks should resume regardless of the differences. Zimomi has said unless there are deliberations, the differences cannot be resolved. However, in a significant statement, the Naga Ho president said that there are clash of interest among the people. Zimomi made it clear that the Naga Ho never backs any resolution adopted by any organization that amounts to issuing ultimatum to any of the stakeholder of the talks. The Naga Ho president made this response when he was asked about the steps adopted by the Gaon Burha Federation and the Global Naga Forum as far as bringing an early solution to the vexed issue is concerned.
Apart from the Naga flag and the constitution, here in the state scenario, what do you think are the main reasons why the talks are not progressing? There's a lot of division within the civil societies and the tribal organizations as well. If we look into it, the Nagaland Gaobura Federation are also coming up with a committee along with the tribal apex bodies. And on the other hand, the Naga Global Forum are also taking its own course of action to ensure that there is an early solution. So what is the take of the Naga Hoho on all these developments in the state?
We are still insisting that the talk should be resumed, whatever may be the differences, unless there is a talk. The differences can never be resolved. So we are insisting that the talk should be resumed. And another, the society problem. It is the clash of interests among the people. We don't know the reason why they took the stand like that, because in the past also during 60s when 16-point agreement was made, it was not signed by the revolutionary group, but it was signed by the people. And because of that signing of agreement by the public, the revolution is still going on, the problem still remains. So I think be it Kambara Federation or be it Naga or be it any other civil society, I think this is not the time that we should give ultimatum to any revolutionary government. This is not the time, because when the talk is at a crucial stage, we are hopeful that we should, instead of giving them ultimatum, we should facilitate. We should facilitate. So I don't think whatever may be the resolution taken by them, that I don't support it. For the Nagaho, we still feel that the talk should be resumed and the solution should be found by peace means.
Well, the Naga Ho president also shared his thoughts on the roadblocks that have hindered the progress of the peace process.
Till now, the two negotiating parties are yet to meet and sit across the table. What do you think is the main roadblock apart from the flag and the constitution, which is derailing the peace process?
You know, we are not official member to top party, but still we are given to understand that whatever the NSN9 took the resolution was on the basis of the framework agreement. And then they are saying that until and unless the talk is according to the framework agreement, they will not resume the talk. That is what they told us.
It may be mentioned that the JDU high power delegation held a series of meetings with various civil society organizations, including the Nagahoho, and discussed about the status of the peace process. In the meeting, the Nagahoho apprised the JDU delegations about the ground situation. Nagahoho President H.K. Zimomi informed that the JDU has been urged to raise the issue in the parliament for an early solution.
The Nagahoho met the high-power delegation of the Janata Dal United Party, who is here on a 2-day visit to Nagaland. What were the main points that were discussed in your meeting with the JDU officials?
We apprised them about the ground situation. Of course, we express our resentment over the ongoing peace talk. So we have told these leaders to raise our issue in the parliament for early solution.
And in some other stories now. Well, train services in Assam's landslide hit Dima Hasao district resumed today, bringing a major sigh of relief for the people of the Hill district as well as the neighboring states. And as per reports, trains today are on the run from Silchar to New Haflong and Guwahati to Longding. And it may be mentioned here that the railway communication between Lumding and Badarpur was disrupted from May 14th due to damages of railway track following heavy rain and landslides. So train services in Assam's landslide hit Dima Hasao district resumed today, bringing a major sigh of relief for the people of the Hill district as well as the neighboring states. And as per inputs, trains today are on the run from Silchar to New Haflong and Guwahati to Longding. It may be mentioned here that the railway communication between Lumding and Badarpur was disrupted from May 14th due to damages of railway track following heavy rain and landslides.
आज ही तो प्रथम दिन चला है। पहला दिन ना?
पहला दिन।
ये चलने से आप लोग कितना सुविधा हुआ?
हम लोग का तो सुविधा है।
कितना दिन बाद में आप देख रहे हैं इसे ट्रेन?
1.5 महीना हो गया।
आपसे जो शुरू हो गया।
अच्छा लगा।
अच्छा लगा। तो आप कहाँ जाना?
धमचौरा में।
और कितना दिन बाद में आप ट्रेन देख रहे हैं?
बहुत दिन के बाद में ट्रेन में आना जाना कर रहा है।
And on to Sikkim now. Well, the Sikkim Progressive Youth Forum, or SPYF, today gave a 10-day deadline to the Sikkim government to issue notification of 15,000 minimum labor wages for Sikkim. Earlier on May 1st, Chief Minister P.S. Tamang had declared sum of rupees 15,000 minimum as labor wage for Sikkim, but till now no notification in this regard. Today, the SPYF has given a 10-day deadline to the state government, failing which the forum has said it will take necessary action against the government. So the Sikkim Progressive Youth Forum, or SPYF, today gave a 10-day deadline to the Sikkim government to issue notification of 15,000 minimum labor wages for Sikkim. And meanwhile, earlier on May 1st, Chief Minister P.S. Tamang had declared sum of rupees 15,000 minimum as the labor wage for Sikkim, but till now no notification in this regard. Today, the SPYF has given a 10-day deadline to the state government, failing which the forum has said it will take necessary action against the government.
Today, we, the members of Sikkim Progressive Youth Forum and workers of various pharmaceutical companies of Sikkim, has conducted this press conference to highlight the issue of minimum wage. The Sikkim government, the present SKM government, has recently announced the hike in minimum wage, that is 15,000, but has not issued any kind of notification. Today, we have given 10 days of ultimatum to the present government. Either the government should take any step or initiate any kind of step and publish notification, or else we, the member of Sikkim Progressive Forum and workers, will, launch another protest.
And shifting focus now. In what come as yet another major breakthrough in the war on drugs, the police in Guwahati busted an international drug racket and seized a huge consignment of contraband that was being illegally smuggled to Bangladesh. The operation was led by Joint Commissioner of Police Parthasarthi Mahanta. And as per inputs, a total of 1 lakh yaba tablets estimated to be cost at least rupees 5 crore to 8 crores in the international drug market was seized along with a dumper. 4 peddlers have also been arrested who are suspected to be members of an international drug network. Out of the 4, 3 are from Manipur. Well, they have been identified as Muhammad Islamuddin, Muhammad Aboy and Muhammad Shakir Ahmad. Well, the 4th peddler has been identified as Muhammad Abbas Ali, who hails from Bihar.
Yaba tablet আজি সিজ কৰা হৈছে এই টেবলেটখিনি মণিপুৰৰ পৰা বাংলাদেশ গৈ আছিল বাংলাদেশত এই ইয়াবা টেবলেটটো খুব জনপ্ৰিয় আৰু তাত প্ৰায় এটা টেবলেট 500 টকাৰ পৰা 800 টকালৈকে দাম হয়। এইবাৰ এই টেবলেটখিনি আনিছে এখন ডাম্পাৰ, মাটি পেলোৱা যে ডাম্পাৰ থাকে যে মাটিৰ ডাম্পাৰত আনিছে। সেই ড্ৰাইভাৰ য'ত বহে ড্ৰাইভাৰৰ চিটটোৰ সন্মুখত ওপৰৰ ফালে এটা চেম্বাৰ বনাই ইণ্টেৰিয়ৰ্ছ কমপ্লিটলি একে ৰাখি সেই তাত এই টেবলেটখিনি আনিছিলে। এই 1 লাখ টেবলেট 4টা মানুহ এৰেষ্ট কৰা হৈছে। ইয়াৰে 3টা মণিপুৰৰ মানুহ, এটা বিহাৰৰ মানুহ। গড়চুকত এই অপাৰেশ্যনটো চলোৱা হৈছিলে আৰু এই চিজাৰটো কৰা হৈছে।
And meanwhile, in a big breakthrough, the Assam police has busted a human trafficking racket in Guwahati. As per inputs, a person identified as Jahirul Haq was allegedly involved in selling young girls in Mumbai in the pretext of giving them break in the film industry. Well, the incident came to light when the accused allegedly duped another girl by sending her off to Mumbai. Learning about the state of affairs, a group of young boys reportedly tricked Jahirul to come to Guwahati. Subsequently, he was arrested by a team of Paltan Bazaar police. And meanwhile, the police has also detained a makeup artist for questioning.
মুম্বাইৰ পৰা মানে আহি আমাৰ লগৰ এজনীকে তেওঁ মানে হেৰি কৰিছে, মেছেজ কৰিছে যে এনেকুৱা ভিডিঅ' শ্বুট কৰিম, গানৰ ভিডিঅ' শ্বুট কৰিম। তাৰপিছত এনেকৈ ছোৱালীক জালত পেলাই। হা মানে চিনেমাত চান্স দিম বুলি কৈ ছোৱালীক জালত
চিনেমাত চান্স দিম বুলি মানে এনেকৈ কৈ পেলাই ছোৱালীবিলাকক এনেকৈ ব্লেকমেইল কৰে, লাষ্টত মেছেজ পাতি দি পেলাই তোমাৰ ফটোজ দিয়া কিবা দিয়া।
Well, news and updates continue on Northeast Live, so stay tuned for more news. Thanks for watching.
That BJP aside, the CPM and the Congress have at least come out in the open saying that your demand for a separate Tripura land
is constitutional.
It's constitutional. Why is the BJP not forthcoming in saying that it is a constitutional demand? What do you think?
Wasbir, please understand one thing. 70 years we have suffered. I'm not asking for something which is extraordinary.
If you want to be a ruling party or a part of the ruling combined, whatever we call it, in Tripura, you have to align with somebody. Do you see the Tripura Motha in the role of a kingmaker this time in 2020?
See, I don't know about kingmakers. I know a bit about kings.
But you want to be the king?
No. We want to be the people who did not compromise on what and why we were voted for.
Baby, A2 lo ne A2. 3rd July Mishor sale ase nohoy. Tente A2 aru A2 loi lua.